All right, let's jump right into it. Today we're talking about something really important. Those quiet little financial warning signs, the ones most of us are basically programmed to ignore. You know, the subtle habits that can silently, totally sabotage your ability to build any real wealth.
And that right there, that really gets to the heart of it. This isn't about making you feel bad about yourself, not at all. It's just about awareness. Spotting these signs is the very first step to making a huge change. It's about giving yourself permission to hit the reset button on your entire financial life.
So, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What are these red flags that are so easy to miss? Well, they usually disguise themselves as just, the way things are. But today, we're going to pull back that curtain and stare them right in the face. Okay, our first red flag is a big one. It's one of the most common and destructive traps out there. I'm talking about the constant debt cycle. You know that feeling like you're on a financial treadmill, just running as fast as you can but never actually getting anywhere? Yeah, that's it.
And you'll know this one if you feel it. It's when you find yourself reaching for the credit card, not for something fun, but just to cover groceries or the rent. That sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach when you know the bills are due, that's not just stress, my friend. That's a massive red flag.
And here's the real problem with that cycle. It locks you into a state of dependency. You become totally reliant on borrowing. So instead of your financial life being built on a solid foundation of your income and savings, it's just kind of propped up by loans and credit. The goal, of course, is to make that leap from dependency over to real solid independence. And the impact is huge, believe me. It's not just the debt itself. It's the interest and the late fees that are quietly piling up in the background, just digging that hole a little deeper every single day. Pretty soon, your debt is growing way faster than your paycheck, and that constant stress, man, it starts to bleed into every other part of your life. So the big question is, how do you break free? Well, it actually starts with something incredibly simple. You just get organized. I mean it. List out every single bill and when it's due. Automate what you can so you don't miss payments, and make sure the essentials, like your housing and your food, get paid before anything else. This is all about taking back the steering wheel. All right, that leads us perfectly into our next big red flag, which kind of builds on the last one. This is all about living on the edge, walking that financial tightrope without any kind of cushion underneath you. So what does that actually look like in real life? Well, it means one flat tire can throw your entire month into chaos. One unexpected trip to the doctor, one broken fridge, and suddenly a small inconvenience becomes a full-blown financial crisis. And boom, you're right back in that debt cycle we just talked about. But here's the good news. The fix for this is not intimidating at all. Forget saving thousands of dollars right now. Your first goal is just $100. That's it. It's a psychological win. It's about proving to your brain, hey, I can do this.
And how do you even get to that $100? You start so small it almost feels silly. I'm talking $5 a week. Just 5. That's a fancy coffee. Pretty much anyone can find $5. And if you automate it so it just happens, it stops feeling like a sacrifice and just becomes a habit, an easy one.
Okay, on to our third major red flag. And this one is sneaky. This is for anyone who's ever gotten to the end of the month, looked at their bank account and just gone, wait, where did it all go? Seriously, where did my money vanish? And this is where you have to ask yourself a really honest question. Are you buying things because you need them or because you want approval from other people? Think about it. So much of our spending is just about keeping up appearances, right? Buying the latest gadget or the right clothes to project an image. We're spending for somebody else's approval, not for our own security.
And the result of that is pretty clear. You know what your big bills are, like rent and groceries. But then there's this giant, mysterious black hole in your budget where a huge chunk of your money has just disappeared. It gets drained away by dozens of little purchases that you barely even remember making.
So here's the solution, a super simple short-term challenge. For just 1 week, 7 days, that's it. Track every single penny you spend, every coffee, every Amazon click, every impulse buy. Then group it all together. I promise you, you will find at least one spending pattern that makes you go, whoa, I had no idea. And it'll show you exactly where that vanished money is hiding. Okay, so we've identified the red flags. We've looked at the problems. Now, let's bring it all home and talk about your simple, powerful financial reset. This is the part where you take back control. Let's just break it down one last time. For that debt cycle, the danger is dependency, and your first step is just to organize your bills. For having no savings, the danger is that one small emergency can derail everything. Your first step is to save just $5. And for that vanishing money, the danger is invisible spending, and your first step is that 7-day tracking challenge. See, simple, totally doable steps.
And this is really the key takeaway for this whole explainer. It's not about making one massive, heroic change. It's about the incredible power of small shifts. Just becoming aware of these red flags, and then taking one small, practical action. That, right there, is the real formula for building financial freedom.
So I'll leave you with this question. After hearing all this, what is the one tiny thing you can commit to doing right now? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Are you going to start that $5 weekly transfer? Are you going to track your spending for just the rest of the day? That one small choice, that is where your financial reset begins.